What is the most offensive username? Is it nut in my ear hole? 15 is old enough? Adolf A-OK? This is a question I've been thinking about for over 20 years. It all started while playing Super Smash Bros. Melee. In Melee, you only have 4 characters in your name, so your options are quite limited. And at the time, the names I came up with were what you'd expect from a 12-year-old. Gems such as AIDS, MILF, cum. But my buddy John came up with the best username, which was Jews? What made the name even better was we all used to go to a tournament at a local card shop. The venue had this huge projector in the middle of it that we used to play our matches on. And of course, John decides to use the Jews tag. Not even a minute into his match, the TO comes over and tells him to change it. In which my buddy John replies, "What are you, anti-Semitic?" So that's how it began, but as I got older, I got wiser and more creative. I knew eventually I'd get an Xbox, and when I did, I'd be ready. Thus began my journey to craft the perfect username. And I came up with a bunch of bangers like Jesus isn't white, cocaine for kids, 2 pumps away, fetus deletus, turtle with downs, frothy semen beard, shake da baby, after school date rape, mayo my starfish, abort me, beaten by cops, no means yes, and Hitler's favorite Jew. Now I would have been okay with any of these, but none of them really spoke to me. It was like something was missing. And then it came to me. The most offensive username, which was Bible Camp Victim. Yeah, it's the perfect combination of offensive, funny, sad, thought-provoking. It was beautiful. When I finally got my Xbox, I loaded up Halo, entered my name, and let the chaos begin. I can't tell you how many times I'd hear chat say,
"Bro, I just killed what the Bible Camp Victim?"
In which I'd reply, like I haven't been through enough. It was perfect. Now, some of you may think the story ends here, but needless to say, this got me into a little bit of trouble. You see, I got a new phone and it asked me to set up a Gmail account. I wasn't planning on using Gmail since I already had a Yahoo account, so I just signed up with the name Bible Camp Victim. I didn't think much of it, and every once in a while I'd use it to sign up for things that would just send me spam. Fast forward a year later and I'm at my insurance company, Allstate. They had a new device that goes into your car and monitors how well you drive. And for the first year using it, you get a 10% off discount on your policy. Now, I didn't want people tracking my driving, but I was also poor. So I said, yeah, I'll sign up for it. My Allstate agent says,
"Great, we'll have you set up in no time. I just need the email associated with your account."
So I give him my regular email, doesn't work. He says,
That doesn't appear to be working. Are you sure this is the email associated with your account?
I'm like, yeah, that's my only... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I think you see where the story's going. I obviously don't want to tell him what it is, so I say, you know what, I'll just sign up for this at my house. He says,
"No, I'm sorry, you have to do this in the office. It'll be real quick. Just give me your email."
Panicking, knowing I have no choice, I think, I'll just spell it a few letters at a time. That way he won't know what it is. So I'm like, okay, it's a B-I-B, L-E-C-A, M-P-V-I-C, T-I-M. He types it in, takes his hand off the keyboard, pauses, and says,
"So it's Bible Camp Victim."
And I said, at Gmail.com. Pretty embarrassing, but it gets worse. The email works, but apparently they need further authorization. So my agent has to call someone else in corporate to make it go through. He puts the phone on speaker and the corporate person says,
"Hey, am I speaking to Steven?"
I'm like, yes. They're like,
"Great, we'll have you set up in no time. Brian."
My agent.
"You mind telling me the email?"
So he just comes right out and says,
BibleCampVictim@gmail.com.
Person on corporate pauses and says,
I think I misunderstood you. What was the name?"
Again, he says,
BibleCampVictim@gmail.com.
Corporate person pauses again and says,
"Is this a prank?"
Brian is like,
"No, that's actually his email."
Corporate person asked me,
"Steven, is your email in fact Bible Camp Victim?"
And I said, at Gmail.com. Moral of the story is, if you're going to change your username to something offensive, make sure to use it at Allstate. They'll have you added there in no time, and their look of disgust will be priceless. Anyway, I want to know the most offensive names you guys have come up with. Let me know down in the comments, and whichever I find funniest, I'll mail, 5 Irish Spring soaps, because you're such a dirty boy. The only rules are it can't contain curse words or hate speech. Pretty much everything else is on the table. Good luck, and may the funniest username win. You know what you want to do. You want to push that subscribe button. Push the button. Push the button.